Hi everyone, and welcome to this recorded session for the application process for postgraduate taught or master's degrees. Within this session, we'll cover what documents you'll need to apply, the intakes and deadlines we have available, as well as how to submit your application. For almost all of our master's degrees, you'll need to apply directly to us via our application portal. There are no application fees when applying directly to us. When you're ready to submit your application, you'll need to make an account using the apply link on screen, and the portal will take you through the application step by step. The main exception to this is the MA Social Work course. For this one, you'll need to apply through UCAS. Before you begin submitting your information into the portal, you'll need to select the correct course, level and mode of study, as well as which intake you'd like to be considered for. So make sure you have decided on all of this before you start the application process. Every course at the University of Salford will require a personal statement to be submitted. Some courses will have a specific character limit, such as 500 words, on the entry requirements part of the course page. If not, you should aim to write around one side of A4 and no more than 2 sides. Additionally, on the course page, you might find specific questions that the academics and admissions team would like you to answer in your personal statement. You can use these questions as a guide when writing the personal statement and check them off as you go. If you're unsure where to start with your personal statement, it can be helpful to think about the following things. Why are you passionate about the subject? Try to link this to your own goals. How does the subject relate to your professional training needs and future career plans, and what topics and modules interest you and why? You can tell us what you've studied previously and how you feel this will support your postgraduate studies. If you're applying for a new subject area unrelated to your previous studies, tell us why you're making this change. However you decide to structure your personal statement, make sure it's focused, that your statement is easy to understand, and avoids unnecessary jargon. We will require 2 references from all applicants as part of the application process. These would ideally be academic references, however, if you've been out of education for a while, professional ones are fine as well. Ideally, you'll have a written reference from your referee, which you can upload along with your application. If your referee wants to provide a reference directly to us, please contact the admissions team who will be able to advise if we can accept a reference directly. It's really important that your referee details are correct and that they know that you've put them down as a referee, as this is an essential part of your application. If you don't have a referee confirmed when you're ready to make your application, you can still submit your application to us without a reference attached. However, if you're made an offer to study with us, this will be conditional on seeing an adequate reference before we can accept you as a student. All students must also submit proof of English language. If you have completed an undergraduate degree and it was taught in the UK or one of the majority English-speaking countries highlighted on our English language requirements page, this will satisfy the language requirements. If you haven't, you'll need to submit alternative proof. This is most commonly through an IELTS test, but there are lots of alternatives both regionally and internationally that we can accept. You can have a look through the information on the web page on screen to find out what qualifications we can accept. If you've completed an undergraduate degree and received your certificate and transcripts, you must attach these to your application. Most courses will require you to have a 2-2 honours degree from your previous study. Some courses may require a higher classification or require a specific undergraduate degree subject. To find this out, you can check the web page for your chosen course. We'd advise that you are clear on the entry requirements for your course before you submit an application. All courses will require your undergraduate degree certificate in order to be considered. Not all courses will require a degree transcript to be uploaded, but we may need to see this if specific modules are required for entry. It's a good idea to upload as much of the requested information as you can at the point of application. If you are awaiting results for qualification, you can still apply and just let us know in your application. If the qualification is essential to the entry requirements, such as an undergraduate degree, we may still be able to make you a conditional offer whilst you await your results, as long as your results will be finalised and confirmed before you start the course. Many courses have multiple intakes each year. The main intake cycle is in September, but there are some courses that also have January and June intakes for all students. A few courses also have April and May intakes, although these are only appropriate for UK home students. The intakes available for each course will be specified on the course page. We would always recommend that you submit your application as early as possible. Popular courses may close at any time for new applications if they reach capacity. Some courses may also require a portfolio or interview, so applying early gives you plenty of time to complete these. As a rule, if a course is not closed, we would advise home students to apply at least 4 weeks before the start of the course. International students do have strict application deadlines, as applications must be processed in plenty of time to apply for and receive a visa to study in the UK. However, please be aware that courses may still close before this deadline if they reach capacity. Further information for international students on the intakes available for your course and the different application deadlines can be found by visiting the links on screen. You can now see a document checklist which covers everything you'll need to apply for a master's degree. It's a good idea to have all of this ready before starting your application to make this process as smooth as possible. If you do forget or are unable to upload something at the point of application, please don't worry. We won't reject an application due to missing information. The admissions team would get in touch with you and request the further information that we need. However, this will delay your application process, so where possible, always submit as much information as you can in your initial application. You'll hopefully now be feeling more confident about how and when to submit your application, as well as what you should include. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we wish you the best of luck with your application.